Welcome everyone. My name is Niki.
And I'm Viktor.
We are a location-independent family raising our 4-year-old daughter, and this is Resettle, a podcast where we explore the highs and lows of location-independent lifestyle as a family. We will define later what location independence means to us. With this podcast, our goal is to create a strong community and have meaningful and honest conversations with families who live like this. This is our very first episode, and in this episode we will share more about our story and our plans for the future with Resettle, our podcast.
Yes, and communities start with a couple of persons and a couple of participants. So if you are watching this and listening to this, we'd really like your feedback and would like to connect with you.
Yeah, let's share more about how did we become location independent, because maybe that's one of your first questions. And let's tell more about our story.
You can start.
Yeah, okay. So I am a psychologist, and currently I work in a hybrid setup, which means I have clients who live around the world, and I meet with them online. But I have some clients who live in the same country as me, and with them I can meet with in person. And Viktor, you've been working remotely for more than 7 years now. So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Originally, before our daughter was born, we were just a couple, and we wanted to have a little bit more independence, travel more, with the ability to work where we live. This is, I think, akin to the digital nomad lifestyle.
Yes.
And we have taken the flexibility that comes with that and had shorter trips, longer trips. But yeah, for me, trying to find a fully remote job was a key aspect of this. And even back then, we had some ideas on this could be very useful when we want to grow our family and have more independence as a family as well.
Yes, and we always loved traveling, and we were in Asia, where we were inspired after that trip, and started to play with the idea of living like this as a location independent family, or as a couple at that time.
Yeah.
And when we came home from that trip, we started to mapping all of the remote companies online, subscribe to newsletters, job platforms, and it was 7 years ago, so way before COVID happened.
Yep.
And luckily, Viktor found a fully remote job, and that was the first step. At that time, my job was not remote at all. And when Viktor started to work like this, we had the feeling that we really would like to try this out and travel while working. So I asked my company whether I can work remotely or not. They were supportive and gave me 6 months to work remotely. And our first remote work experience was in Spain. We explored some cities like Valencia, Malaga, and we really liked it. And I think that's when we realized that that's how we would like to continue our life and live like this as a family.
Yeah, but then before COVID hit, was quite fortunate in this sense. Looking back, we came back to Budapest, and everything got locked down, which was also a good fit for remote work in some sense. And then our daughter was born.
Yes. And we became a family of 3. The situation completely changed, but our plans did not. So when our daughter was around 1 year old, we started to travel again together with her. And it was great that we were able to stay longer at the places because of this lifestyle. And we also did these trips with the intention of finding a place that could be our home for the future. And the last country that we explored was the Netherlands, where we stayed almost a year.
Yeah, so we were living in Budapest at that time, but we always had the inclination to have an attempt and take a chance of trying to find a place for living there longer. So after careful and long deliberation and pros and cons lists and on my end spreadsheets, we have settled on doing this in the Netherlands, where we had friends and we visited many times over the years. But it turned out in the end it's probably not the right fit for our family and the family unit. It was quite an experience in a sense where you have mapped this all out intellectually and weigh all the different things, but actually being there is a much different thing, and just the how you feel and the day to day, and it's we often mention this, everything is a trade-off. There are always pros and cons, and we've decided that that's probably not the place for us long term. So we are back in Hungary for the past couple of months.
We are still in the exploring phase,
but that's also we had conversations around how this went down and how we feel about this whole process, and I think this is what these conversations ended up giving the idea for Resettle.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about what location independence means to us and how we define Resettle. So it's important to highlight that the location for us, the location independent lifestyle, is not one that is defined by constant travel. Personally, for me, and I think for you too, that's more a digital nomad lifestyle. Yep. And for me, location independence means that it gives you the flexibility in finding a place where, for instance, we as parents can thrive in our remote jobs because we, for instance, love the culture, the environment,
the weather,
the climate, the community. But the other very important factor is what we would like to provide to our daughter is the predictability and the stability.
Yeah, and I think if we want to create a distinction of, well, like putting it all together with the location-independent families, I think one of the characteristics is like either one or both persons can work from anywhere, or maybe in Europe or maybe in some places with some restrictions, but they are free to move. And this also has a lot of pros and cons. And on the cons side, you have no company that supports you and helps you with the location and structure and constraints. So essentially, there are not many constraints for you. So that's one aspect. And the second aspect is, of course, having a family, which creates much different context versus digital nomad lifestyles, where people alone or in groups or as couples are very free to move and maybe move fast or have a lot of different place switching going on. With a family, maybe some families do this. I think we have heard stories like that, but for us it's very clear. I think for most families it's not a good fit. So that's the second aspect, and the third aspect is that I think for us and for most people in this future community or community that we want to create is that they live somewhere else than their native country, which means they have no real support structure in most cases. They have no family close by, they have no grandmas to look after the kids. So these characteristics puts together a very unique mix, and for us we have met some people who are in this category, but we have not found existing communities, some adjacent communities or some communities where people have some of these characteristics, but we'd like to connect with families who are in this same bracket or same context.
Yeah, and together we can redefine how to work and live as a modern family, and we hope that we will create a strong community that can inspire each other and also sharing the beauties and the challenges of this lifestyle.
The very unique challenges.
Yeah. So in the future episode, we are going to have meaningful conversations with others about this lifestyle, and we will dive into how they navigate their life as a location-independent family. We will talk about practicalities, the daily life, visas, finding housing, building a sense of community, and
overcoming isolation
as a remote worker, how to structure your family life as remote workers, and as I said, we hope that these conversations will inspire others as well.
And I think that's roughly it for our first episode. Next episode will, as we mentioned, will feature conversations with other families. So if you want to be a guest on this podcast and want to share your story, then please reach out to us. We'll be very happy to hear from you.
And please follow us on Instagram or subscribe to more updates. If you have any questions or something that you would like to hear more about, please let us know. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.